So, these are your pawns?
Not pawns, heroes.
And these heroes of yours, you really think they have what it takes to save the world?
What choice have you given me? Besides, their light shines brighter than any others, and with a little nudge here and there, I think we will be winning this one.
Very well. Let us begin our little game and see how far your heroes of light make it in a world of darkness.
Care to make a friendly wager this time?
Yes.
Welcome, League of Rolling Expeditioners, to the Forgotten Realms, where goodness and light war with evil and darkness, where great beauty can hide an ugly secret. There are many stories to be told here, of mighty heroes fallen and villains redeemed, of restless undead and magic gone awry. So many tales, so much to gain, but much to lose. All could change with the toss of a coin or the roll of a die. This is L.O.R.E. This is a new horizon. 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 Horizon.
Okay. Alright. Yep, it's not picking you guys up, so let me... Here we go. There we go. Hey, easy change. Boom.
Woohoo. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey! Hi! Welcome, everybody, to L.O.R.E, the League of Rolling Expeditioners. This is not stop, this is hi. Hey, I am Chris Ferguson, your humble host and dungeon master, and this is A New Horizon, episode 19 already, almost in the 20s. Our campaign's almost able to legally drink in the United States. That's cool. That's really cool. Fun fact. Hey, anyway, I will jump straight to the cast in this direction, and then we'll cover some announcements that we got. They're super cool and stuff. And starting with Jody.
Hi, I'm Jody. I'm playing an Earth Genasi fighter. She is slow, not stupid. And that's it for me.
Take it away, Lynn.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and I am playing an Air Genasi monk, and she is very hyper actually for personality. So, yeah, keep it simple and enjoy.
Got a cat.
Yes, a cat.
And Roxanne.
I'm Roxanne. I play Adrian James John Arrington, who's obviously the most attractive person in the group, and also the most capable. Just the best all around.
I mean, kobolds are pretty hot.
It's the snout.
Yeah. And Mr. Matthew Garrow.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew. I'll be playing Regal Spitfire, a kobold sorcerer. A bit of an older, survived kobold who has been taught and trained to use magic, and has a bit of a keen mind to him. Not the feet, just a greater intelligence.
Not defeat. Awesome. So, alright, I think I got my checklist here. There it is. Okay, so... I'm gonna remember some stuff here, and then I'm gonna hand it down to Lynn and then Roxanne. So, first things first is we have a YouTube channel to watch all of the past and previous episodes. So if you're not a subscriber on our Twitch channel, you can just jump over there in usually about a day or two they're up. But you can always save some time and use that free Twitch subscription that you have in your pocket. If you do, throw it out there. And next is Extra Life. We are we joined up with their program to help with kids in hospitals and in the needs. It basically brings video games and all kinds of cool stuff and helps support that whole scenario. Check it out. It's a lot more than what I do justice for describing. It's down below on our page here. If you are on the internet or on your cell phone, you can hit the About page and you'll find it right down there. It is super cool, and you can donate directly to them. The one that I have set up is for Pennsylvania, is our local Penn State up in Penn State, Pennsylvania. And that helps fund. So, oh damn it, I'm looking at the wrong list. Current potential. Oh, merch! I'm reading my notes like, what is that supposed to mean? We got merch, man! Merch alert! Right there! Boom! And I think I was told by Mr. Regal down there to hold it up like this, and it's the same thing! See? Yeah! Look at that! Magic! Anyway,
Nice.
we got bumper stickers. You can DM the channel directly or hit us up on the YouTubes or whatever. You can join our Discord. We got tons of ways to contact us. You can contact us directly. We're making them just $7, so it'll cover shipping and all that stuff, so you don't have to pay anything extra for that. They nice and big, and they let everybody know that what the fuck is L.O.R.E? What else? Oh yeah, I think I'm out of things, so please, Lynn, save me from this awkwardness.
All right. Well, hey everyone out there. I just want to talk a little bit about our informal sponsor with Foundry. That's my big thing for tonight. We're all really excited here at L.O.R.E to be learning the program and getting a chance to really work with it. It's an amazing virtual tabletop application built for experiencing TTRPGs using a feature-rich and modern self-hosted application where all you DMs out there, you can import tons of user-created mods and interactive content with ease, from encounter trackers, adventure and character importers straight from D&D Beyond to a wide selection of customizable virtual dice. So it's been really great so far, and best of all, it's a one-time license purchase, and all your players, you can connect for free. So no monthly fee. For free. It's perfect. It's perfect
Nice,
for us.
Matt.
It's perfect for everyone, you know? So check them out. www.foundryvtt.com. Or if you just want to see more about it and what it can do, just stick with us here at our campaigns. We have the Guise of Untamed Beasts, hosted by our very own Matthew Garu.
Hey.
Or as we like to call him, Marshmallow Farts.
Yes!
Airing every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and A New Horizon, here with you now, every Thursday, also at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, yay!
Also with Marshmallow Farts.
Yes! He's everywhere.
We
I
only
am
pick...
always watching. When you least expected.
I have a feeling Trovic will die early.
Silent but deadly.
Can't escape it.
Oh, so last but not least, thank you so much, by the way, Lynn. That was excellent. So,
Hey, thank you.
last but not least, Roxanne, take it away with our recaps.
All right, then episode 18 started at bar. Sildar wants to be mayor. Intro comes in. Sky, Air Genasi, 5'6", blue tone hairs, flowing clouds, simple monk outfit from home north on her journey. Regal, Cobalt, 2'5", probably 2'4", small people always add too many inches. Black, greenish scales, hood robe, lavender tank, clothes waist because, I think. Candlekeep Master, Harrisondral, Todal, I can't read my own writing. Pet, magic abilities. I think he might have been a pet. That's what I tried to write. And he became magical. He was like better. On quest to find out what's happening in Vandalin. They go to town center. Let's get a drink, Sky said. They see us at the bar. And then I have my lovely poem that I made. From the first glance started the romance. They locked eyes and saw the prize.
Nice.
Their perfect friendship.
This is adventure
We
first
eat
sight.
food. Black spider. A drow, primary source of all. Halfling, Quenlin, elderleaf farm, druid, save Gundren. So we have to save Gundren. We went to the farm. Quenlin, mid-40s, halfling, dirty blonde hair. Druid, Ridoth, him, old ruin, old town. Thunder tree, town spirit. Yeah. I'm hoping you guys
Yeah.
also understand this. Gundren history check. Glass stab spill info on knowing where Black Spider mentioned Cragmore Castle, west of Winterwoods, one-day travel. I guess that's where we're heading out soon. Oh, and then we have dreams. Regal sees Cauldron, person mumbling. It's his master. Agreement? Question mark. Sky sees Temple, familiar voice. A little... I don't know if that's dude or dude. Welcome back. Sit
Dude.
and pray with me. Individual looks like young human in feathered monk clothing, asks about necklace. Have you taken care of it? Sky has it. Theria sees burnt down village. No violence, no fire this time. One tent, war leader tent. Earring picks up and look. These warriors will protect you. Use them to keep you safe. Goes black. Adrian sees black, familiar area, big castle at home. Ground is clear. I'm shorter. Hear mother tone. Go to voice. Down hall. Dining area. Birth mother / the health elf. Servants have prepared dinner. Dark figure shows up. Shoot off, young boy. Dark elf. Angry but torn. Back in the cellar. Snaps her fingers. Food, hero's feast. Who is that boy? This is my twin, the drow. A servant said locked in basement goes black and wake up. That's where we left off.
Well done, Adrian.
Nice
Hey.
recap. Yeah.
Very nice.
All right, so let me queue up.
In a while, too.
Been a while. Yeah, let's see here. Bum, bum, bum.
There's a lot that I still can't read.
We'll just do this one because I like this one better. Alright. So, where we last left off, the adventuring party, without trying to step on anybody's toes on the recap, they were just in the REM sleep process of going through their evening's rest, and it is now morning after a series of very odd and peculiar dreams that you all individually experienced. We'll start it off where all four of you wake up in your bed and are fairly well rested. For those of you that didn't have any like nightmares, it can be really your call with that as far as how well rested you might be. Let me turn this down a little bit. And the hour of the day would be, I'd say, like 9, 10-ish almost. So you slept in, we'll say, for the most part, from what you're used to, like getting up at the crack of dawn for some of you. So the morning is yours to do what you will.
Well,
I
Thera's
arouse.
gonna get dressed. Yeah.
I arouse from my curled up position on the bed and go over to the nightstand or the coat rack. I could not speak there. Coat rack. Grab my robe, put that over my head, grab my belongings, and head out into the bar area.
Excellent. And Regal, you are in the same room with Sky. Adrian and Thera, you two are across the hall in the room opposite. You're heading downstairs, Regal. What would you like to do, Sky?
She will probably struggle to get up right away. You know, tousled hair. As she gets up, she'll get cleaned up. Practice some of her monk training for about 20 minutes, as she normally would do in the morning. And then just follow along and head downstairs to follow the smell of food.
Okay. All right, I'm going to turn this down a little more since you guys aren't really outside. I need to stop talking about what I'm doing. So, all right, you're heading down. Thera and Adrian, what would you like to do?
Thera's just getting ready, as she always does in the morning, probably pretty early. She's not used to sleeping in.
Fair.
Adrian will get up and he will comb his hair very nicely today and go to the dining area.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and she's putting on the earrings, as she always does.
Okay.
But, you know.
Make a Constitution saving throw. I'm just kidding. Fine. Yep, you're good. And you all head down to get some breakfast. The the inn is rather dead for a weekend. I think we said that last time you were in there, it was the beginning of the end of a 10-day, which they call a weekend. So this would be like essentially like a Saturday. So like a late Saturday morning, the breakfast crowd, Thera being in Phandalin prior to that, Phandalin being a mining town, and a lot of the people are up early and out and about by like, early daylight. So the place is pretty much yours. You see Toblin and his wife and the hostess there, or the server, and she comes directly to you. Or are you all sitting down at the table then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she just asks if you'd like anything for breakfast.
Eggs, bacon. That would be wonderful.
I will have
best
fruit,
you've got.
please.
Right. The yes, eggs. We have potatoes and ham and some.
We have fruits
grilled
and bread.
Oh, I can check in the back. Sure. What would you like? Anything? Pineapple? Like before the.
No,
such
it's
a
a
weird.
bit too early for pineapple. Pineapple is an evening thing.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I believe we have some of the apples from Eatermath's orchards. So.
Yeah. I guess that will do.
And she just kind of does that. Okay. And
You're
like,
asking the wrong person about apples.
but yeah, she'll give one quick glimpse over if I skipped anybody. What would you like, Thera?
Eggs, ham, potatoes.
Okay. All right. And
I find myself quite hungry this morning.
and
Did you work up an appetite during your night?
I had a very strange dream.
Yes, well, dreams are usually strange.
True. This was unusually strange.
Tell me about it. There are some books that say that dreams have special meaning.
I'm not sure I want to do that.
One of those dreams. I understand. You do not need to be shy around Sarah. I understand.
Guy's kind of
Okay.
gonna. This guy's gonna lean on the table just to make sure the waitress heard. I want those eggs and ham and potatoes too.
okay. Oh yeah, great. And what about you, Mr.
Good morning. Yes. All the options listed are quite appropriate. I'll have a little bit of everything, or I will share and eat what's left.
Fantastic. Easy peasy, and she dusts off her hand and goes back. A few moments pass as you're mingling. If you want to talk about your whatever happened, just raise your hand and I'll
No,
stop.
I'd rather have Adrian believe that I was having an interesting dream.
Very
I'm
cool.
okay with that.
I believe Adrian thinks that you've been having a naughty dream.
But there is nothing wrong with it because it is a natural impulse of the body.
I'm glad you approve.
You're welcome.
I kind of just looks between them, very confused.
Yeah, and yeah, Thera looks equally as confused.
Adrian looks very confident in what he just said.
He always looks confident, even if he isn't.
I am always right, and if I'm not, I'm pretty sure I still am.
Oh, it's Adrian.
There's so
so
much
when
to
the apple
appreciate.
gets here, I'm gonna hold up the apple, and you see the stem of the apple. It is wrong. It has an incline that it's not supposed to have. It has an angle like that, then you know it's wrong. It was very badly cultivated, and it was picked much too early. You wouldn't have that issue with Errington apples because the Errington apples are much better quality.
Regal snaps his fingers, and the apple itself looks as if it was just a brand new, fresh apple, and it's got no marks or anything that you would misconceive as being poorly picked.
There you go.
See, the Eddington apples do not need magic to become perfect. They are already perfect.
You thought that would be an interesting thing to do, but you didn't know you were dealing with Adrian.
But thank you for making this apple less undesirable.
Sometimes individuals like to care more about what it looks like than what is beneath the surface. So sometimes they just need to mask to give them the confidence that they need.
That's very wise.
I thought it would be to your liking, is all.
I like your magic trick.
Thank you.
The hostess comes back, and everybody that she didn't already drop plates to, she drops Sky and Regal your food. And yeah, the morning is yours to do what you wish for maybe a couple minutes, and then we'll move on to the next scene.
She just plucks from a little bit everywhere.
Okay,
We
so
have planning to do, do
yes,
we
we
not?
must plan. What
Yes,
do we
indeed.
want to do?
Yeah, you recall that the last plan that you were working out was the druid trip, the trip to Thunder Tree to look for the druid, and then
Yeah.
but first and foremost, Sildar wanted you to meet him at the town master's hall.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go do that. It's kind of annoying.
Is there
Yes.
is there a purpose behind it, really? I know we also have to pick up horses.
That is true.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we help Gildar, then maybe we can Sildar. Maybe
Kildar's
we can
fine.
get. He is a mood killer,
Yeah.
so that does work. Perhaps we can exchange favors and get horses and more stuff out of him. If
Yeah.
he does become mayor, we can get a lot of things. People in power have things, and then we can get things because we brought him in power, and we can control him.
Yeah, you
That's-
recall. Sorry, go ahead, Regal. I'm bad at.
That's rather manipulative, don't you think?
No,
So
that's
that-
just exchange. He
Yeah.
gets what he wants, I get what I want. It's just basic
Regal,
transaction.
Maybe
you'll
the way
get
you-
used to it.
Hmm.
You will get used to it.
I'll take your word for that, though.
I don't think
Whichever
it's...
direction you want to go. So
Adrian, give me a history check real quick.
Yes,
You might have already had this in your notes.
I'm just slow, guys.
You're fine.
Oops, I rolled the 10. Just take the first one.
on the website.
It's a 12.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be enough to remember that oh gosh, what was her name? The halfling at the farm. She said that she would arrange you horse and carriage to borrow.
Oh,
For
yeah,
the
yeah,
time
for
being.
free. Okay,
Yep.
then we don't need to go do Sildar.
Yeah.
Where is James?
I'm kidding.
Sildar?
He has no use to me now.
You know,
That's
I'm
not
actually
true.
curious about what he would ask of us. I find myself curious.
Well, if we do
Especially
him a
to see him
favor-
when he's not drunk.
Mm.
Has that ever happened? I don't think we've ever seen him not drunk.
Not recently, but
He has
It might
an
be
alcohol
nice to
consumption
see.
issue.
I mean, I've only met him while he was drunk, so
That
That's
is
true.
mostly his state.
I see.
But you are correct. Maybe we should entertain the idea.
I don't
At
think
least
there's any
for-
harm.
At least to hear him out.
Yes.
Okay, so we go see Sildar, and then we go to the horses and leave. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
We know which way we're going?
Did he
It's
say
under
the
three.
town square or
The hall, the town.
the hall?
Town Master's Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only heard it 5 seconds ago.
You are listening for other things.
Apparently.
Yeah. So
Eat my
off we
breakfast
go.
and yeah, whenever we're ready, we can head out.
okay. I don't have the door sound. Sorry. Yeah, I'll bring this up a little bit.
Oh, are we getting our stuff and then going directly to get the horses after?
I would think that would make sense.
Okay, then we should go up to our rooms, get our stuff, come down, go. Yeah, just
Okay.
so you're aware.
Tracking.
Yeah.
That works. You guys excuse yourselves from the table. We'll just say, probably wouldn't even be a gold coin. Less, I'd say, less than half a gold coin would probably be
5 silver.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe per piece. So, if you want to take it out of your inventory, it's fine. I think they said that you were welcome to eat on the house after rescuing the town from the Red Brand. I believe you were kind of like just welcome there. And anyway,
Actually, if I recall right, we got our rooms for free since we are now grouped
Yes.
together.
Associated, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But Regal will still kind of leave 5 silver on the table for the servers.
Yeah,
Okay.
Farah's doing the same. She's just not comfortable with being given stuff for free.
Fair.
Although the room she appreciates.
You lay your tip down on the table for those that wish to do so, and head upstairs to gather your things. Is there anything you wanted to do before you head out to the street?
Uh,
I have all my belongings on me, limited as they are.
yep.
Alright.
After Sky's got all her stuff, she's gonna run back to the table and just grab a few things, just like as she walks. And just walk and eat.
Okay.
I'm kind of like picking at my teeth. It's like,
All right, there we go. Got it. So you gather your things, head downstairs, and head out to exit the door.
Shit.
There.
Hey!
And you are in town, where you start as soon as you are out, because again, this is a small town. It's not very big, and it doesn't take very long to notice something. It's a large gathering as you're heading your way into or towards the town master's hall. A very large gathering of people upset and like a mixture of confusion and upset and just mumbling about. As you notice, probably who's the tallest, Adrian and Thera. You can see over the heads that there's a gathering in front of the town master's hall where there is a like a stage, essentially a wooden stage with gallows, and standing on the stage is 2 guards on one end and Harbin Wester himself standing there shouting out to the crowd as you can't make out what he's saying just yet as you keep going. But you notice also a very familiar figure, stripped of his armor, is Sildar standing there underneath the gallows. And he is his mouth gagged, and there is a large masked, beef, stocky, fat individual who you can make out to be obviously an executioner that is placing a noose around his neck.
Thera's actually gonna walk up there.
Yeah, as you start approaching,
Yeah.
Before you do anything, I just want to let you know what's going on. So I mean,
Sure.
you can pretty much tell, but yeah, you hear Harbin Wester, and he starts shouting, "For shame, for shame! How did we not see this? Sildar Hallwinter, if that's your real name, the leader of the Red Brands this whole time!" And he just goes, "Tisk, tisk, tisk." And he says, "This is what we do with traitors!" And you see, like, the large masked individual place it and start tightening the noose around Sildar's neck as Sildar's looking just down at the ground, gagged. It almost like if you were to guess Adrian and Thera, being that you're the only two that can really see this, kind of like a very defeated look as he's not even looking into the crowd for anything, just staring down right now at the moment. Yeah, and I will leave you guys to do. What would you like to do at this moment before anything?
She's parting the crowd. She's walking right up there.
Yeah.
What is
same.
going on?
This guy's right behind her. Just
This is ridiculous.
Okay. Sky and Regal, give me a perception check while you're following behind.
yes, sir.
As you approach there, you're yelling directly at Harbin.
Yes.
He at the moment he is just ignoring you, but he does, we'll say, like, kind of acknowledge you and just continues. "The town of Phandalin will not have traitors, and this man we found going through our stuff trying to break in and plant evidence on me and plant me as some traitor to or involvement with the Red Brands, and we will not have this, it turns out. The whole time this Sildar, if that's his name, I said, if it's who he really is, could quite possibly be, and therefore is, by my own words, Glassstaff himself."
And you, sir, are a liar. And she's saying this very, very firmly. And she's looking over at the big guy with the noose. Let him go.
Okay. Give me an intimidation or persuasion. Up to you.
Yeah, we'll see. Intimidation, I'm thinking. We'll see what happens.
All right. Adrian.
Anyone gonna help?
Yeah, no, Adrian, you're doing something.
I'm gonna go like, stop there, please, my friend. To the mayor. Go like, we're friends, yes?
Am I just rolling normally? I'm just wondering if anyone is helping or if I'm
not
just
that
doing
bad.
it.
I might help you.
Yeah. He looks at you and he says, "No, I don't know you. Who are you?"
I am the person that led the infiltration of the Red Brand and took down the whole operation, saved women and children. I am literally the hero of this town, and you are but a weak man that hid behind, and you are very sad now and trying to put the blame away from you because we found out that you knew all along about this operation, but you were too coward to do anything, so you are hiding behind, and now you are trying to say that it was him, but really you're trying to cover your tracks. Everyone here knows you, and they know you are a coward. You don't think they see right through this? Am I right or am I right? And I look at the crowd.
Before he can respond to all of that, Thera, go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay. That was what I was waiting for.
Yeah. And while you're doing...
Natural 20!
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
22! That big guy's probably cowering a little.
We will come right back to you guys. Regal and Sky, what did you two get?
Oh, I rolled a disadvantage, but I rolled a 4.
Oh, you didn't have to roll with disadvantage. I was calling on you guys because you were shorter.
Well, I have like sunlight sensitivity.
Oh, that's right. Okay, fair.
So,
what about you, Sky?
Mine's actually a 13, though my two don't seem to be linking correctly at the moment, so it's only showing a 4 for me.
That's fine. We'll take the 13. So
I'm thinking she could probably, like, raise herself higher if she wanted to, right?
you could technically float
Yeah.
if you wanted to, like...
She just
I don't know,
fly.
Make a
Could
scene,
I
but-
just do a
Float.
couple steps? Just a couple light steps, so I'm not actually
Yeah.
flying yet.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Your
we'll go
life
with
on
the...
your feet.
Yeah.
We'll go with the 13. You, Sky, notice in the midst of trying to shuffle through and keep up with Adrian Adrian is following Thera, who is bolting through the crowd. You happen to notice in the midst of this, you wouldn't recognize him, but there's a cloaked individual that's kind of like waving his fingers kind of like this as he's watching, and very, very skinny individual, and just kind of trying to, like, every once in a while, like, watching over his shoulder. Now, this kind of happens all at once because you're trying to keep up, so it's just, out of everyone that you see, it sticks out like a sore thumb, but is trying to blend in. Now we'll go back to you, Thera and Adrian.
Okay.
Your role, being that it's a natural 20, I can't deny that. So being that this isn't a super violent town, the masked large individual pauses and just kind of steps back.
She's just going over to him. Look, friend, I know you don't want to be on the wrong side of this. Let him go.
He looks at at Harbin, and he's like, and he looks at you, and he looks at Adrian.
She's speaking this from respect of a fellow soldier, basically. That kind of a feel.
Right.
She understands he has a job to do. He was told to do this, but that's not what he wants to do.
Yeah. He just stands and just kind of acknowledges and gives you kind of like a soldier's respect, and doesn't say anything, but you hear him kind of like going, and just...
She's gonna kneel down and get Sildar out of this.
Okay, so Thera's talking to the guys up on the stage.
Yeah.
She's like, taking the rag out and getting the noose off his neck and, helping him to stand.
I would say at this point, though you convinced the hangman the executioner to pause what he was doing, Harbin immediately starts yelling directly at him and says, No. Do not let her take him. This is a criminal, and we are going to hang him for his betraying of this town.
And should we also hang you because you are also a criminal?
Yes, I'm gonna leave this to Adrian.
Here we go, court's in session, everybody.
Yes, exactly. Go for it, my
Criminal
friend.
defense lawyer Adrian.
Yeah.
As they're arguing up there, Sky's going to start cautiously taking steps towards the cloaked figure.
Okay.
But she's also kind of walking on the air a little bit, so she'd be pretty quiet.
All right. Adrian, as you're talking to the, we'll pick up there as well. I'm trying to balance everything.
Yeah.
You can.
Oh, happened in real time.
Before I get to you though, Regal, what would you like to be doing as you're seeing this all go down?
I'm kind of just watching right now. I don't necessarily have a full understanding of the situation, so I'm just observing to see what I can gather.
You notice Sky break off to the right as Adrian and Thera are already front row and center up on the
stage.
Right. Well, yeah, maybe not on, but wherever they want to be. So you're just kind of hesitating at the moment?
I'm just observing at the moment, just to...
Okay.
I don't want to make a rash decision at the moment.
Okay. All right. Fair. Let's see. Going back to Adrian, what were you saying to Harbin Wester?
If Rio are to hang this man for being a criminal, then you should also be hanged because you are a criminal by association with the Red Brand, even more so than him, because you knew all along about them and you did nothing. And then I turned to the crowd and I'm like, where was he when your village was being sacked? Where was he when your crops were being taken from you? And when you children were hurt and the whole village was in trouble? He was cowering behind in his little house that was protected because he is a coward. Do you really want that man to lead you? Do you want that man to make decisions on people's lives? I would not trust that man.
Tight defense. Okay. Give me a persuasion check on the audience, as the townsfolk are not that big of a fan of the mayor in the first place.
Is there a way that I could help?
Sure. How would you like to?
I'm just gonna say, we were the ones who got rid of the red brands, and we saw what they did.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Adrian,
this
roll.
man is as much to blame for what happened as anyone else in that red brand organization.
Nice. I like the way it's going down. So yeah, Adrian, roll with advantage.
It's a 20. A dirty 20, but it's a 20.
Okay. Sky, are you doing anything? Regal, are you staying put?
Regal kind of lifts his hand, and there's a bit of like sparkle and glitter of energy, and he kind of like blows it, and it kind of wafts as the scent of lavender kind of permeates the air a little bit, and then he kind of spins his hand a little bit, and a gust of wind kind of just emerges and starts picking up the lavender scent and brushing it amongst the crowd and the people to kind of ease the tension a little bit.
Dope. Very dope.
Strategic use of lavender. I love it.
Yeah. Give me a why not roll for it, right? A persuasion roll just to see if you can kind of calm the mood a little bit.
Sure, why not?
And Sky, what are you doing? 'Cause Adrian, you and Thera are on hold. I got you.
She is paying a close eye to the close figure.
How close are you to him now? Have you closed the gap, or?
I've closed the gap. I mean, she was trying to maybe get about 10 feet from him, kind of just mingling in the cloud. And I can't talk today.
Well, she could
Mingling
be in the
with
cloud.
She could. I mean, that's what I'm thinking about it. With the crowd folk, kind of like trying to eyes on the stage, but also maneuvering towards that person so that she could see, is there any signs of magic getting moved, or anything she might spot in the light?
We'll say you're a balance of both this weird individual and what's going on. Give me a perception check and we'll come back to you. Adrian, what'd you get? I forget. 20. That's right. It was a dirty 20. All right. Let's see. So, as you're making your speech, basically defending your not so great friend Sildar, but making a pretty strong speech. Yeah. Thera stands in and kind of backs you up, and it's kind of like what the crowd needed to hear, because the town's been on the fence about the town master the entire time. And you hear in the background Toblin himself stand up and say, "Yeah, no, I can prove it. We know that they went and they took care of the red brands themselves." And then another individual stands up and says, "Yeah, they did it. They're our heroes." And then, one by one, people that you've encountered that knew that you were there are kind of like vouching for you and standing up, and the tension is definitely, the wave's starting to turn, and you just see Harbin just kind of standing there like on a double-edged sword of what he's gonna do next, and he's just Regal, did you roll
10?
10. Okay. 10, I would say, was enough to definitely calm the mood around you in your area of effect, and it was the right kind of scent that calmed their nerves to kind of like you realize like, yeah, that did it. And like the people that are around in your area are definitely the ones that seem to be turning in Adrian and Thera's favor of the argument.
Okay.
Sky, what'd you roll?
Not sure if Foundry liked my announcement today because that was a 5.
Oof. Yeah. You don't see this going on as you're distracted by this individual. However, I will give you this one. The individual that you're closing the gap on, whether you're 5 or 10 feet away, you see him kind of like at one point, kind of sweating bullets, and he's looking over his shoulder. That's when you catch a glimpse of him. I'm just gonna say it to save some time here. This is God damn it, no. This is. I'm not gonna give it away. Fuck it. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so yeah. Everybody else, Thera and Adrian, you'll know who it is. But the individual is kind of like waving his fingers, and you see like he's constantly checking his back and waving his fingers, and just he's like in this cold sweat moment of like, what should I do? What should I do? But you don't see the stage. However, Adrian, as you're making your speech, with Thera now helping you out, when you do glimpse at the stage, you notice a rat, a familiar rat that you've seen before.
Like an animal rat?
Yeah. On the stage, hiding.
We know who this is.
Yeah, cowering behind one of the beams of the gallows.
Oh, that's what's his name? I forget.
Give me a history check. Fuck it. Anybody? Well, Thera, if you want to roll to this one.
History? Sure,
Mm-hmm.
I'll try. We'll see what happens.
14.
14. Yeah, 14's enough.
Discount. Okay. I can't find my history. Okay. There we go.
It's on the History channel.
Oh, yeah, I got a 7. I am
Cool.
apparently oblivious.
Yeah, you're raging in anger at this
I
point.
have other things to think about.
Adrian, when you glimpse at this large rat, that you realize this is Larno, aka the Real Glass Staff. This is his pet
motherfucker.
familiar. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to look at my stuff.
Let's start from the bottom, and we'll just go one by one what you want to do before we kind of try to resolve what's going on. So, Regal, what would you like to do?
No idea. Just I try to ease the air a little bit, maybe get people to think things through, but it's only partially working. So he doesn't want to get involved per se because he doesn't fully understand. So I'd probably just kind of sit tight and watch the others and maybe react based on what they're gonna do.
Okay. I would say, first of all, for Lynn and Matt, I'm sorry that this is probably super confusing, so I want to try to make this...
No, it works well because Regal doesn't know what's going on. Matt doesn't know what's going on. It's perfect. It's called character.
Yeah.
Knowing
yeah,
your character.
It's
Method
learning what's
acting.
going on.
Method acting.
Yep.
I'm in character.
Yes.
Cool.
100%.
I'm good. I will wait to see what the others do as a reaction.
Okay, we'll say Adrian then. What would you like to do?
Okay, once I spot the rat,
Yeah.
first of all, I'm going to turn to Thera and say, like, do not let... I already forgot the stupid mayor's name. That guy. Do not let him leave. And then I look at the crowd and I say, the actual leader of the Red Brand is among us. His pet rat is right there.
You saying
The
that to who?
traitor to the crowd. I
Oh.
want them all to look around.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
how loud
But
is this?
I want that guy to go like the Larno, whatever.
Is this
Glass
loud
staff,
enough?
whatever. I want him to like panic and start moving, so then I can spot him easier. Then I'll start looking at the crowd.
Is Adrian saying this
Yeah,
loud enough
yeah.
that Sky can hear?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Is it
I'm using
Virgo?
my theater voice.
Yeah. The crowd all, because now that you have their attention and everybody's rallying in your favor, a lot of people are standing up to, I guess, coincide with your story and back up what you might have been trying to keep it a secret, but now we're all letting it out on the table. The crowd turns and sees the rat, and you hear like a couple of women scream just for flavor, and maybe an elephant or two. No, I'm kidding. Sky, what are you doing? You do hear this.
So I do need to double check on how this part works, but since this person she's been watching has been seeming to be really unnerved by it all, she's going to attempt to cast Levitate on them.
No.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, go for it. And while you're casting this too, you see this individual who was trying to hide out in the crowd. He is shitting bricks right now. As soon as we heard Adrian say that his rat was up on stage, like, you don't know what he's...
And Thera's brow raised because she didn't realize it until Adrian told her. But yeah.
So,
okay.
Do you have to roll?
Since it is an unwilling creature, they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
I'm just gonna give a straight roll. So
And
that was a 9.
The attacker save is a Constitution of 12.
Yeah, he fails. I can't imagine his
Okay.
Constitution being
He
high
flies.
anyways. So yeah. So this how high do you want this to? You're just like whirlwinding them up. Describe to me what this looks like.
Okay, so since she has control of the levitate with this, it will be this just slow starting whirlwind at his feet that builds up with the wind and starts just picking him off his feet and levitating him about 15 feet in the air and kind of making him
shit.
seen by everybody. I do believe in a turn he can go up to 20 feet. So
You can move him up to 20 feet.
up to 20 feet in a turn
Good lord.
in either direction.
Okay. We'll describe this and then we'll go to Thera. So as you see this character shitting bricks, as he hears Adrian point out this rat, you see him start to move like, maybe I should get out of here. And he's just kind of like teetering between go forward or should I go back? And he starts to step back and you just hear this, trying to remember dude's voice when he did it. He's like, no, oh no, good, shit, oh god, oh shit, and you just see this individual, Thera, you're kind of standing, are you on stage or are you like, okay, so yeah, you
She's
definitely...
actually beside Sildar because she's like holding him, like helping him get up and taking the noose off his neck and the gag out of his mouth and that kind of stuff. Like she was just making sure that he was safe, pretty much.
The guards stop you from touching him, but they are kind of same situation with the executioner where they don't know what the hell to do. Like, they don't know who to believe.
Are you listening? Get out of my way.
And they sorry, ma'am. Perks of the job, and
He
they
does
just
not
stand
deserve this, and you are going to be on the wrong side.
me a persuasion check or intimidation.
Here we go again.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah, we'll
Go
see.
again.
Persuasion? Yeah. I'll give it a shot. And I rolled a 1. Holy crap.
Oh
Okay, well, yeah, apparently I don't have any say here.
Yeah, they look shook, seeing your size and stature and your ginormous sword, as large
Which she
as
has not
you.
taken out.
Yeah, but the other one goes like, so just stand firm, like, make your wife proud, mate.
At this point, everybody sees like sparks and loud crackling noises, like fireworks go off in the middle of the crowd.
Oh.
As Regal just kind of like holds his hand up, and all these fireworks kind of like spark off his hand from prestidigitation. And he kind of calls out,
I think we've all danced around this enough. I've seen enough.
and he starts making his way through the crowd up the stage.
The crowd acknowledges your mysterious magic and at first doesn't see you, but then notices down.
It's one of those moments to kind of like disperse the crowd around him, and he just slowly starts making his way up to the stage.
Yeah,
I love this.
They're
They're probably
in-
like looking straight ahead, going, "Where? Oh, oh, there you are." Okay.
So we know where Regal and Sky are, and Thera, you're on stage. So you see this because Thera, you're facing the crowd now. Adrian, where are you? I'm just curious. Are you standing on stage, or are you at the bottom?
Oh, I'm next to the mayor.
Okay, so you're on stage as well.
Yeah.
All right, so then, Thera and
Oh,
Adrian,
yeah,
you
I'll
immediately
show
see
myself.
this display of fireworks, and you hear Regal's voice, and you see pleased to see that you see the crowd dividing and making way for tiny little Regal.
I'll kind of call out to Sky.
Sky, can you bring the individual closer to the stage? If you wouldn't be so kind. Alright, it seems there has been some sort of misunderstanding here. Let's not all lose our minds. So, it seems that this individual here, if I heard correctly, his name is Glassstaff?
And
Is the one-
No. He has two
Lorna?
names. He has many faces. He is a face shifter.
Ah, fun. Makes the job that much more difficult, but yes. So,
I kind of like gesture to Sky to get him to come closer that way.
Farah, if you would restrain the individual then?
And with
Oh, she'll
levitate,
happily do so.
with
Now-
levitate, I can change
Both
the target.
shoulders. Don't
So-
move.
There has been a lot of pointing of fingers. Now, I am not privy to all information here, but it seems there is a sway in the wrong direction. This man apparently is
Innocent, and I kind of point to Sildar,
and this man is apparently not.
and I kind of
I don't-
gesture to Adrian and Thera.
This is more of your purview. You are more well versed in the whole situation at hand, but at least now everybody is in the same spot. And I would prefer everyone to please just take a moment, take a deep breath, and we will solve this for you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The crowd pauses and gives way to conversation for Adrian and Thera. Sky, what are you moving the individual to the stage?
I am with levitate. I'm able to move him in any direction on my turn, single direction. So he'll just stay 15 feet in the air and just kind of float over the crowd over towards Thera.
Okay, so you swing him slowly as he's kind of oh shit. Oh,
I'll just grab an ankle then.
Yeah,
I'm holding him like a balloon.
cool. A Belarno.
A Belarno.
Aw.
Okay, yeah. But
Anyway.
but she looks over at Adrian and just, you go ahead.
Okay. So I will tell the facts so that everyone understands the whole story. We have L.O.R.E over here floating like a balloon, who is also Glassstaff, who was the leader of the Red Band. Now, he said he was doing this to infiltrate but really he was just a terrible person. That is my opinion though. But also facts that he did very, very terrible things. We've all witnessed what the Red Band has done. Now here you have the mayor, and he actually does quotation marks like this, which is actually a weak leader. Terrible choice of leader, by the way, City. You should pick somebody better. This person was aware of the whole situation with the Red Brand, but too much of a coward to do anything, so he let your children die, your crops die, and your things get taken, and your city perish. And then we have
Fallacies!
Hilda.
I never...
I
no.
am not done. Please wait until your turn. That is very impolite. Do you not have a mother who taught you
Well,
manners?
because I'm a gentleman.
Regal kind of leans into the
Please
closest person.
proceed in chastising me.
Wow, she lays it on thick, doesn't she?
He
Sorry.
does.
He does.
Yes, he does.
Oh, Roxanne does too.
And Roxanne does too, yeah.
You got
And
it.
then we have Silda, who is, my personal opinion, a very obnoxious person, but mostly just a drunkard, annoying person who boasts his exploits, even though they were like not that great.
You see Sildar look up at you with the gag in his mouth, and you just go,
But see, look at this. There's no way this guy could be involved. The Red Bands. He is, how do we say,
A loudmouth.
that is a good point as well. He would have told everyone about it. But so
No secrets possible.
he is too much self-obsessed to be manipulated by a group, but also he's too stupid to do it. So impossible that he would be a leader of a bad guy. And then we have the actual. So that is the facts, as I told you, purely facts.
Are you speaking to the crowd again?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. I'd say with advantage at this point.
So much truth there.
So much true. Sky, how long does your whirlwind of
27.
exposure last?
Up to
27?
10 minutes.
Jesus, 10
Wow,
minutes.
you are riding the bell curve there, Adrian.
Good lord. Yeah, the crowd is...
I am very good at persuading people.
Yeah, as soon as you're finished talking, you see a couple of them yawning and like, huh, is she done? Or is he done? Oh, yeah, yes, no, we should totally get rid of this fat bastard. No. And then you see Harbin Wester just choking on his own words at this moment. He's for my sake, he's speechless. And he's just so I don't have to come up with shit. The guards even at this point behind step back from you, Thera, and allow you to do whatever you wish with.
She'll do it with one
Silver.
hand. You
Yeah.
know, one's up here.
Holding your
the other one,
balloon
she's
and-
taking off the gag and,
Eating some cotton
and getting the
candy.
noose off. Yeah.
Regal will help him. Ooh, Regal will help.
The
You're
day
like,
of the circus.
I wanted a stuffed animal, but I got this weird balloon. But anyway. So yeah, you everything starts.
Trying not to look up.
Yeah. The tension is completely gone at this moment. I mean, there's still angry people, but it's all towards the townmaster, Harbin Wester. You see him at this moment. I'm gonna roll for it. He starts to break away. It's Adrian and Thera, you're the closest to him. What would you like to do?
Oh, he's trying to leave?
He's gonna start running.
I cast Hope Person.
Oh, you
Alright.
go.
Okay, cool. What
Sorry, he
I have
has
no
to
hands free,
do a
so.
wisdom saving throw.
wisdom saving throw? I'm just gonna give
Oh
this
my
a
god,
roll.
please fail.
That's another 9.
Oh, that's a fail.
Yeah, I don't
he
think this
can't
guy
roll.
had much wisdom to start with.
I don't have stat blocks for asshole mayor.
No.
So yeah, I guess he would fail. So describe to me as he's turning to run what this looks like.
Okay, so human ninja choose and then paralyzed for the duration. So basically he goes to run and then he stops, and so he's like immobilized for 6 seconds, and then he can take another save. But
Okay.
as I cast it, and then he freezes. I go like, trying to escape? That is very coward of you.
Thera and Sky, how would you like to handle this cloaked individual?
Do we want to bring him down to Earth and then sort of, put him in irons?
I mean, until we're sure with him on the ground, we'll just pull him down just enough. I mean, he doesn't have to really hit the ground, does
That's
he?
totally fine with me, yes.
Regal hands the rope that was tied up on Sildar.
You could just use this.
Nice. And she will, Thera will take that rope and she will tie him very thoroughly, as much as her soldier training with knots has taught her.
He could just float and you can spin him around.
Just tie his hands behind his back or something, yeah.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand roll, Thera, just to see how well you tie it.
Sleight of hand, my goodness.
That might not be the right roll, but
I don't even know if I really have one of those. Okay, well, we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Oh, and that rolled over from a 20, but I got a 10.
That's fine. 10 you tie a familiar, simple knot. This individual doesn't look like he's really struggling anymore at this moment. I just want to keep him from casting spells. That's really what I want to do. So we might want to put a gag on him too. He could. Well, anyway, but it's not important. But Thera and Adrian, you immediately, as soon as he's brought to the stage, you recognize him. This is definitely L.O.R.E, the individual that did help you get out of the Red Brand sag, but you guys
because
never decided
he caused
whether or not. Whether or not he was what he said he was is still up to you guys, but
I did mention the fact that he said he was doing this to infiltrate, but he also did some terrible things.
Yeah. So,
that was remarkably fair of you, Adrian.
I am.
Is there anything you would like to do, Regal, before we jump to the next? Okay, cool. Sky, you good?
Yes, I am just double checking on this.
Okay.
I do believe.
All right. We'll say while you're looking into that, Thera, your knot is tied, and L.O.R.E is secure to whatever it is you tied him down to on stage.
Can we gag him as well?
And the mayor is present.
Before you get a chance to gag him, he's like, just let me explain. Let me explain myself. I was going to save Sildar, and as he says that, Sildar looks over, and I rolled a 15 for his perception. L.O.R.E's image is of the image that he dropped and showed you his true figure. And at that moment, you hear Sildar going, "Whoo, whoo," like acknowledgement of someone that he's just like looking for someone to get this gag off me. And
I thought I
did
remove it, but okay.
If you did,
I thought, I was getting the noose off his neck and untying him and all
sorry.
that. But I was doing it with one hand, so...
Yeah, that's my fault. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I may not have gotten to the gag.
Sildar realizes, he's saying, because I forget what the character's name was, we're just going with L.O.R.E. And he just says, "L.O.R.E? What are you doing here?" And L.O.R.E, tied up before you start gagging him, says, "Sildar, I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know how to explain this. I wanted to tell you, but then these individuals came, and I thought everything was blown, but then it turned out it was going to be okay, but I didn't know whether to run, or I didn't know if you would want me dead. I heard that you wanted Glassstaff dead and captured or something. I didn't know what to do. So here I am, and I was going to save you." And he looks to Adrian and Sky and Regal and Thera.
Adrian rolls his eyes.
As he's looking over, whatever little bit of levitation he has, he just plops to the ground. Because I think I rolled too low for my concentration check.
You don't need to do concentration checks until you take damage.
Huh? Oh, do I not?
Yeah.
Until I take damage?
Yeah,
okay,
it's only if
never
you
mind.
take damage.
Only
He's
if you
still
take damage.
floating.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, you can end it whenever you want.
Yeah, you can snap.
Nah,
your
I'll
finger.
leave him floating then. I thought I still had to do. I thought every turn I had to do concentration.
Yeah, he's
so.
awkwardly tied up and floating at
Okay.
the same time. Anyway.
Yeah, no, he can stay floating.
But yeah, Sildar responds back to him. So wait, you're trying to say that you were Glassstaff the whole time? Immediately before anything else can happen, Larno just responds, yes, I was sent by Lord Neverember to infiltrate the Black Spider's operations, and the groundbreaking experiment was to get in here to Phandalin, where there was the Red Brand being an issue. I knew that this was the easiest way in, and the only way I could get any information and get closer to finding out what the Black Spider is all about and what he's up to was to create my alter ego, Glassstaff. You noticed that, I'm sure, within the past few months, it was only that Glassstaff had created an issue here in Phandalin, yes, so that was when the whole issue in the Red Brands happened, and that's when we put this fat ass in our pockets, and I had to do some things that I deeply regret, but if I hadn't have done them, I wouldn't have gotten close to exposing the Black Spider and the information that I knew, that I shared with these individuals here, and that I helped get out of the hideout, and the darkness inside is just, it feels so good to get this off my chest. And Sildar just looks kind of dumbfounded, but you see in his face a look of recognition that he can certainly vouch for this individual being from Neverwinter, and the statement that he made before. Sildar just kind of looks, says, so Neverember sent you? And he says, yes. Neverember told me to do whatever it took to infiltrate the Black Spider. So I did exactly that. Unfortunately, it involved allowing the Red Brands to get a little carried away in here, and doing some things that I deeply regret, but I was gonna save you, Sildar. I was gonna come up on stage and tell everybody what happened, but I was afraid. I was caught in a moment of self-doubt whether to turn myself in or to flee. I'm sorry.
Aww.
Sildar, like,
Adrian actually said
angry.
that. Aww.
Sildar looks at you like, I mean, well, you're torn. I don't know. I don't know what to do, and the
the townsfolk would know that the fat guy was in their in their pocket. There you go.
Says,
Mayor,
you should hang him then. That's what you should do. You should hang him. And I'll leave you all to decide what happens at this moment. Choose your own adventure.
So, I'm confused. Is he good guy? Bad guy? Both?
Morally ambiguous. Like I said, slow, not stupid.
I believe at this point it's a matter of the law to take it into their own hands as to what to do with A, B, and C.
Do you guys have a law system here, or are you guys not
Who are you asking?
developed?
Well, you
I
clearly
asked,
no longer
like,
have a mayor.
the city, not them. Other than this fat ass. I like this nickname for you.
Well, technically he is still mayor until voted out or otherwise.
I don't think they had votes yet.
No, you hear the crowd roaring, "Boot him! Boot him! Boo! Harbor Wester! Boo! You'll never see this town again!"
I think they just voted them out.
That's really
That
good.
sounds.
Okay, is there who's the guy from the bar again? I forget his name.
Toblin?
Dublin, can you come here, please?
As they're doing all these conversing, you just see Sky waving her finger back and forth, and she's just kind of tipping him aside this way, sideways, and back, just a little bored,
Would
just
you
waiting to see what
Please,
happens.
just... Would you please just let me down? I'm not going to hurt anyone, I swear. The wounds smell like almonds. Anyway. That's a Will Ferrell thing. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, Adrian, you reach out to
I get
Toblin.
Dublin. Yeah, I get him to come on the stage.
Me?
Yes.
Well, me? Yes?
Everyone knows Dublin, yes?
The crowd's like, yeah, of course, yeah.
Very popular. Okay,
He
so
gives us beer! Yay!
Dublin is
Wait.
a reasonable person that you can trust with his judgment, yes?
Hang on.
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Dublin, perhaps you should take control until you can vote somebody in. Yes? How does everybody think about this? It's not a permanent position. You guys should probably vote on who should go.
Yeah,
But
the crowd.
in the meantime,
Crowd seems to be in agreement with this temporary situation. Sildar, however, looks a little disappointed. He said, "But why? What about me? I can be a mayor.
yes, everyone can be a mayor once you do elections, and then you can decide on who can be. But in the meantime, I think Dublin is trusted and liked by everyone, and he's also not power tripper, and so I think he will be okay for the meanwhile.
Oddly enough, Sildar agrees, and at the current moment, he does kind of take a soldier's point of view and realizes the situation needs to be addressed immediately. So he turns.
And then
being...
I'll bend over and tell Sildar, and I'll be like, "You do not want to be the one who takes the power. You want to get the power. There is a difference, and it shows." Then I just whisper that to him.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he acknowledges. Fine, very well. We there's other things to address, and this needs to be taken care of immediately. Being that Sildar is kind of like the head of the town's guardsmen, he orders the two guards standing behind. Well, your whole person would have given up at this. Oh, probably a while ago because you said it only. Oh, it's a minute.
So
I
it's
thought
a
you said
minute,
6
but he
seconds.
has to do a saving throw every 6 seconds, so it can end earlier.
Yeah, he
Okay.
might have been out of
He
it
might
a
have
while
run,
back.
but like I called him out and I
Does
froze
an 11 beat it?
Check.
I think it
doubt
was a 12, right? Your DC was a 12.
My DC is a 14.
14, even better. So
Yeah.
yeah, he would.
Mine was a 12.
So Sildar looks back to the two and says, "Gentlemen, you know what to do. Seize him, lock him up." And they grab him and
Forcibly.
forcibly as the man is still struggling in hold person, oddly enough. But they look to you and he's like, he won't move, ma'am. Like,
Oh yes.
sir,
Okay, I wave my hand and then he's malleable again.
they carry him off and you hear the last thing. You just hear this, "This won't be the last time you heard from me." And then he disappears off. The
Actually,
crowd,
as the soldiers go by her, Thera actually nods to them.
yeah,
Soldier
you-
to soldier, she understands they did what they had to do.
And as Toblin steps up on stage and he's like, he's like twiddling his thumb. I didn't really know what to do.
Maybe tell them everything is going to be okay.
Everything's going to be okay, everybody.
And you'll hold elections soon.
And we'll hold elections soon.
You're doing great.
Thanks. And scene. That is about right, 8:30, and so
Glassstaff was still on stage, right, Lorno?
yeah, we'll get back to it.
Okay.
But I wanted to cut for break on time.
Sure.
So anyway, before I forget, we have these super awesome bumper stickers for sale. So hit us up if you want those. I can mail them to you directly, and we're also ordering pins soon.
Pins. Cool.
Don't forget, we got a YouTube, Discord. There's all kinds of stuff, man. Come on, like, just go down in the About info and find it all. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We got some cool stuff for you to watch and listen to while we're gone. We'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Bye.
Stay tuned, my lovelies. We'll be right back. Stay tuned, my lovelies. We'll be right back.
And we're back. So thanks for sticking around, guys. Just want to remind you that we have the Extra Life thing going that you can find down below, and it is a charity for good cause for the kids. So definitely, please check that out. Take the time. And all of our other information, how you can find us off stream in the days in between when you're waiting for Thursdays, you can find down below as well. So where we last left off, the squad had successfully turned the town's interest in retiring the current town master, Harbin Wester, and everything went very well through a series of successful rolls. And without diving into long detail about the recap of the first half, we're left standing on the town hall's gallows stage, and the current Harbin has been hauled away, and you are now standing with Sildar and Toblin. What would you like to do?
I would like to first explain to all our audience that I am wearing glasses because at the beginning, to fit in, I was, by my fellow players in DM, I was made fun of because I'm the only one who doesn't wear glasses. So
We're not playing with Ringo Starr.
Yes. Well, I'm now Ringo Starr. And you can see the ring lights in my eyes. So, carry on.
So yeah, if there's anything you would like to, anybody would like to do or say before we move on.
Is anyone currently coming to pick up this guy I've got floating, or is everybody looking at just letting him down?
At the moment, it's pretty calm. The crowd's died down, and some of them are going back to just what their daily routine. So yeah,
I think Toblin has this under control. You've got this. You take care of this. Together you can decide what to do with this Lorno / Glassstaff / I don't know what his other names are. Because we have other matters to attend to, if you guys are okay.
Yes, absolutely. As Sildar responds, I will most certainly take care of the situation.
I'm talking to Toblin.
Toblin's like, oh, me? Yes, of course. Yes. I mean, half the audience is gone now, but I will...
I shake his hand and I give him a tap on the back, and I'm like,
Thank you.
Don't worry, you've got this. Worst case scenario, the whole town burns down, but don't worry, that probably won't happen.
What? No, I would
Is that really necessary?
hope that wouldn't happen. Yes, I will make sure
Typical
that this
Adrian pep talk.
voting thing, we filled the position immediately to get the town back to its orders of business. Sildar, you said that you wanted to be the town master now. really don't have any issues with that at all. Sildar looks real happy and just kind of looks at you, Adrian, and Theron. He's like, kind of gives you that smile, like, hee yes. He says, well, then we'll have a meeting immediately in the afternoon. I'll host it at the inn for now, and we'll discuss what we can do there. And Sildar responds, great, and looks, kind of does one of these like light bulb. You, and he points to the four of you, well, two of you, Thera and Adrian, because he's still not too familiar with Sky and Regal at the moment. But anyway, he says you have a druid to find, I believe. Yes.
Yes, like I
Yes.
said, we have important matters to attend.
Well, then you should certainly make haste with your expeditions, and I will await your return.
Yes.
And as Thera goes by, going off of the stage, she taps him on the shoulder and says, "You're welcome," and leaves.
As you step off, you just kind of hear a whisper like, "Thank you."
That is the second time we save him. Well,
Yeah,
I
it's-
saved him anyway.
I'm sure
I've
it won't
saved him
be the
many
last.
Probably. As everyone's starting to,
Okay, go ahead.
as everyone's starting to move away, she'll just kind of let this guy drop, I guess, since he's in their care, and start to follow Thera.
Yeah, we'll say the last 10 minutes. You say
It lasts up to 10
Yeah.
minutes unless
Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
undo it.
times.
you drop it, and you see Sildar and a couple of townsfolk actually, some bigger, larger men rally around Larno and untie him, which the knot wasn't too hard to get undone, and they haul him off and disappear as well. So Sildar, Larno, Harbin, all out of sight at this moment. Regal, you feel a tap on your shoulder, and as you turn, you see a familiar halfling that you met yesterday.
Good morning to you.
That was impressive.
Thank you. I'm not quite sure what was impressive about it, but I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah, we haven't seen fireworks here in Vandalin in a long time.
That.
Yes, and he looks around. I'm assuming the crowd is dispersed.
Yeah.
I could do it again another time.
Oh, would you? That would be great. Could you come back tomorrow, maybe? And if we have a new town master, maybe you could pew pew pew.
Of course, if that's what you would like.
Great.
I would be happy to oblige.
We may not be here, just as a little reminder.
Oh,
Regal
well,
kind of.
What are
Well,
you?
Regal doesn't say anything yet.
And she's like, right. I completely.
We have work to do.
I know. I was just going to tell you, the horse and carriage are right past the inn, standing right outside, waiting for you.
Thank you.
And she gives you a wink, and she says, "Absolutely, there. And thank you for everything you've done for the town."
You're welcome.
She gives you an awkward look. But thanks, Adrian.
Thera's just smiling, amused, and saying nothing.
Well, we should probably go, yes?
Yes.
All right. So if there's
She inclines her head towards the woman and makes her way to the carriage.
If there's no objections, then you guys head over, which is just, steps away is the inn, and you see a two not so great shaped horses, but they're functional, and it's carrying a amidst the town with, the beautiful scenery and stuff, and just what you would imagine a village, well, town looks like. Kids are, running by, and everybody's doing their thing now. But the foot traffic kind of breaks away, and you have clear sight of the horses that look a little old for wear, and then a wagon, which is actually just kind of like a two-wheeled cart, no longer than maybe 6 feet, and there's just some leftover hay in the back. Just has maybe a 2-foot wooden barriers on the front facing the horses, and the sides, and the back is open. Looks kind of raggedy, but it's functional.
Can Thera go into the inn for just a moment and get some apples and carrots?
Yeah, sure.
And then she'll come out and feed the horses a little and sort of, stroke them and tell them that it'll be okay. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, you go inside briefly. Doesn't take you long. The wife has just gotten back from the whole fiasco in the square, and she just greets you. You ask for the apples and carrots, and she just runs in the back, grabs you a sack full of a mix of both, and hands it to you.
Thank you.
She says, "On the house."
The horses will be grateful.
Aye, and so do we. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. To you as well.
Oh, thank you. We don't know what we're gonna do, but should
You'll
be
figure
interesting. And off you go.
Yep.
All
She'll
right.
feed the horses, a
Sure.
carrot, an apple.
Yep.
Make them feel loved.
Easily, no rolls or anything. They eat straight from the hand.
Okay.
And let's see. So you guys are off to the trail. Don't mind the music. Anyway, so you hop on. What's the riding situation? How are you handling that? There is, I forgot to point out, a driver's seat that can seat 2.
I'm figuring Thera's driving.
Okay.
Because she has animal handling, so... Well, does she? Hold on. Yeah, she does. It's actually a trained skill for her.
Okay, so yeah, 2 can fit up front, even with Thera being,
Yeah, and
fairly
she
large,
is
but-
rather large.
Yeah.
So sitting at front is probably best.
Okay.
I will sit in the back because I get carried places.
I was gonna say, Sky's gonna go ahead and plop down in some of that hay and just chill out for the ride.
Okay.
Regal will most likely be in the carriage, knowing him.
That's fine. Thera can be up front just driving. That's fine.
You're all in the back, and Thera's just up front by yourself. Okay. All right.
Is it?
She's communing
sorry,
with the horses.
Is it an open? Is it an open wagon,
Yeah.
It is.
or is it like an
Abs-
actual? Okay.
Absolutely.
Then I guess it wouldn't really make a difference
wide open.
where you sit.
2 feet tall wood banners on 3/4 of the way around, and the back is completely open.
Okay, I guess if that was the case, then I was thinking it was like one of those closed off
no.
traveling
It's
coaches or
Just
something.
a hay wagon.
Okay, then Regal would probably be sitting on the front,
Oh, okay. So you're up there with
Oh,
Thera.
away
That's
from-
amusing.
away from the hay.
Yeah.
Preventative measures.
Okay.
And the day, as you go on your first few hours of travel, it's a full day's travel, and you'll probably have to make camp before you get to Thunder Tree. The majority of the day goes by no issues whatsoever. Eventually, the weather gets to be a little overcast, so there's really no sunshine. It's probably a good thing for you, Regal. I can't remember if the sunlight thing is hindering or good, but
The sunlight hinders me if I am trying to perceive anything in direct sunlight.
then this would be fine because it's an overcast
Okay.
at this point. So at some points you feel like you're gonna have to bunker down and wait for a storm to pass through, but other than that, pretty fair travel. The road's rather quiet for the day. Not more than a couple of passerbys go by and just wave, nod, no acknowledgement of you at all. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you now. Bless you now.
Thank you.
And eventually the evening comes to you, and it gets to that point where you need to decide whether you're going to press on through the night or set up camp as the sun starts to go down. We're just kind of fast forwarding through the day here.
I would suggest that we take a rest and go off road and actually bunk down for the night.
Okay.
I can see if I can find us a place. I can make a survival roll, Chris. Maybe see if I can find a good place for camping.
Yeah, please do.
Let's see if I can do that. Oh, okay, that's not bad. 15.
15?
Yep.
Yeah. Doesn't take you long at all, being that you've had to do this many times. You find a kind of a part that kind of looks like it's been used before. Looks rather safe. You even see a mark on a tree that you're familiar with that kind of just means that it's just one large slash in the tree. Just kind of means that okay territory. And breaks off about 15 feet into the off the road into the woods a little bit, and you can see where there was once a fire days ago.
She's just gonna lead the group to that place and then make sure that the horses are taken care of. Like unhitched from the carriage and allowed to, they're allowed to graze, and she gives them each a carrot and an apple, which she still has in the sack.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
Regal's just probably just kind of like perusing some of his books and just going over notes and information.
Okay. All right. So as you set up camp, you start going through what you said there about doing that. And anybody else?
I have something to do.
Yes.
I go to Regal and I say, "Do you know magic scrolls? Are you able to identify them?" Because I have two. I know this one, but I don't know this one.
I can take a look at them and see what they say. I don't have the actual spell identify available, but let me at least look and see if my knowledge favors me this.
It is identified as mysterious scroll that we found in one of our adventures.
All right. I do not have the identify spell, but would I be able to understand
The Arcana.
either
You
by
want to do an Arcana roll?
Sure, I can do an Arcana roll.
Sweet. Tight. Hit me up.
I failed mine, and that's why it's still a mysterious scroll.
That's an 18.
Oh, wow. Okay. Jeez. Adrian, do you have the notes on what... Is there anything specific that you wrote on that scroll? Because I don't remember.
No, I know it was found the same time that we found... I have a second level darkness scroll, and I was...
Ah, okay. I think
and
this
then
is
there
the
was-
one that you found in the Red Brand's hideout, right?
So I have two scrolls. One that I know is darkness, and the other one I don't know. And I think they were both found at the same time.
All right, let me look this up because I have it right here. Oh, yeah, okay. So, Regal, you, knowing scrolls, familiar from your master, taught you a lot about different types of arcana and magic with your sorcery, but also the teachings that and sources that he used. This is a scroll of augury. And Adrian, you can put that in your inventory if you'd like. So
Can you
I'll read
spell
it off
augury?
to you. Augury. And what this specific scroll does is by casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or employing some other divining tool, you receive an omen. Wait, what am I doing? Here we go. Come back. Okay. So the spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome if you cast the spell. What the fuck? This isn't telling me anything.
So I kind of, first of all, I'm gonna take off my glasses so that people can take me seriously. Second of all,
Ridiculous.
DM's mind.
This man has perfect
broken.
vision. How can we take him seriously?
I can't see anymore. I don't know what I'm looking at.
That is better.
Well, Adrian, this spell is a darkness spell.
Oh, thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't think you would have the magical skill to use it. No offense. It's more of a wizard or someone like myself who could use it. This one is augury, mostly a spell used by divine casters. So neither of us will be able to use this.
And I kind of give the scrolls back to him.
That's hard.
Thank you.
I know.
Well, because, yeah, never mind.
It's
Don't worry about
fine.
it.
Well, perhaps it is not useful for us, but it might be useful later for someone else that we can get something else out of it. Because exchanges and transactions are how the world is made.
Sure, you could also sell them to someone who is looking for those particular types of magical scrolls.
Money is also a transaction.
So while you're
Thank
having
you.
this conversation,
You are welcome.
your Thera, we'll just say you and Sky tag teamed setting up the fire, and we're going to go to forest. So you're all set up in your camp, ready to do whatever you'd like. If you want to, if anybody wants to do anything before you bed down for the night,
Do we want to set up a watch?
Well, yeah, I was going to get to that next, but
Yeah.
whatever you would like to do beforehand. We'll just jump to the watch. Who wants to take first watch?
I
can
could
take-
do that. It depends. I don't have dark vision, so early in the night or early in the morning is probably.
I think I'm the only one who has dark vision.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
you are, I think.
So you might want to take a later watch, like a mid-evening.
Of course.
I
Sure.
think
You know,
I can take
mid-morning.
the other
Yeah.
night watch, so like the third or the second watch, because I am the perceptive person.
I guess I can take the morning watch if I followed that pattern correctly.
Yeah, we can split it in two, so we're not doing like 3-4 watches. So
Okay.
if two of you
Oh, okay.
want to take the first half, just let me know who's doing that, and then all right. So Thera and
Whomever.
I can do it.
Adrian.
okay.
All right, and then Sky and Regal, you want to take the second half?
Sure.
Okay. All right, you hand the scroll back to Adrian and finish up your conversation. And Sky, Regal, if you would like to, you can go fast asleep.
Sounds like a good plan.
Adrian, Thera, what would you like to be doing as you're doing your first watch?
Thera's going to
Find some-
talk to the horses. Talk to the horses. She's going to make sure they're settled and comfortable.
Okay.
Make sure the carriage is well secured.
You,
Adrian is gonna follow her
Mhm.
and talk to her,
Sure.
but not actually help with the horses. Just
Of
like
course.
just standing next
She's
to
not
her.
expecting that.
Just be like, yes, I really like the Regal and Sky. They are quite useful people. The Regal has some nice magic utilities. It's quite nice to be with somebody who has magical potential and realizes it instead of you know.
Thera's just nodding. She doesn't need to say anything. Adrian doesn't need her to speak.
I had a cousin when I was younger, a cousin who was also very magical in the same way that Regal was.
Just patting the
This
horse.
is my second, I think it is Emilia Magalet Tucafinwe. She was on my mother's elfish side. She's
It's
a very
best
nice
to
person,
just
but
let
she
him
didn't
talk
talk
himself
much, and
out.
She was also she's not very personable, but she was very good with the magic. She was also not very nice to me. She would sometimes lock me in the closet with my sister, Alicia Generalist Ara Eddington. I told you about my sister, yes? She's a little younger than me, but she's taller than me. Quite
Wait, they
proud.
locked you in the closet?
Yes, it was a game they played. My sister Alicia and my brother Wallace. Wallace Perrin Theodore Eddington. Alicia Generalist Ara Eddington, obviously. With
That
my cousin.
explains a lot.
They would put me in the closet and then they would lock it. And then the trick was I had to get out and then find them. They would usually be hiding and playing games somewhere else, but I usually always found them.
Everybody, well, not everybody. Thera and Nathan, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Checks. Skills. Perception.
That is a 9. I'm very self-absorbed
12.
right now.
I'm a
As-
little distracted.
As you both are carrying on, Thera, you're doing everything you can to keep your sanity and attention focused on the horses and the surrounding environment. Adrian, you're just talking your head off. Moments and moments go by till you find yourself both sitting at the fire. Adrian's still talking, and Thera, you're just kind of sitting there, kind of rocking back and forth, like,
No, you know what? Her expression is stony.
oh yeah, stone face, right? So just, yes, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
she's just kind of nodding and mm-humming every once in a while she,
Every now and
works the
then.
fire.
Every now and then, Adrian asks you a question, but doesn't actually let you time to answer it. So it's like, do you have brothers and sisters? Probably. Everyone has brothers and sisters. Anyways,
Yeah.
my sister did this.
So yeah, that goes on for hours and hours, and fortunately, there's no other disturbances, or unfortunately, Thera, we don't know whether to save you from this situation or not. But your shift goes by without any severe issues.
Well, I mean, plus side, he kept me up.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
I didn't get sleepy.
This is accurate. But yeah, you wake Sky and Regal and Adrian and
Yeah,
Thera,
Adrian can think what he wants.
But yeah, you
Anyways,
guys.
I will go to bed now. It was nice talking with you, Tara.
And
I don't
you,
need to say anything, but okay. Yeah,
You go your
she's just
separate
nodding.
ways on opposite ends of the campfire and bunker down for the evening.
I feel like I need to click a time card.
Yeah, your shift is over now. So.
Yeah,
You did it.
I did it.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Phew.
And yeah,
Just
you.
like I need beer just to handle Adrian.
Yeah, you wake Sky and Regal, and then you bed down for the evening, morning, whatever.
Yeah, and she's
Regal.
asleep the minute that her head hits her her
Bedding.
pack, her bedding, whatever. It's like she's that's a soldier for you. It's basically her soldier training. You rest your head, you sleep where you can.
Regal wakes up, he kind of yawns and sneezes, and fire just comes out and it makes the fire bigger. Kind of like cleans his nose a little bit.
Sky, you
just
see
sits there.
this?
Is this like a
No, it's more of a more of like
Okay.
a sneeze spit. Flame
Yeah,
comes
okay.
out, hits the actual fire, and just makes it brighter and bigger, and you're just like, kind of like,
Yeah, Sky. For an instant, you think like Spitfire. Huh. I wonder if that's how he got his name.
You see her just staring as she's bringing herself back together from her sleep. Just don't do that in my direction. Thanks.
I'm usually careful where I do that.
She'll just stretch out and get up.
Give me a perception check for them both of you.
Yes, sir.
Pretty please.
That would be a 22.
I see that.
That's
Alright.
an 8.
Okay, Sky, you seem to be distracted with the thoughts of the previous night as you had this really weird dream about your master that taught you and the whole going gray thing and not being able to move like normal speed and being reminded of what happened in your past. Something just kind of distracting you. But Regal, you instinctually just keep a watchful eye as you have dark vision and are just constantly scanning the area as you notice conversation isn't really just constantly going with Sky and at the moment. You take every bit of advantage to scan the area and everything is cool beans.
I think through the night, Guy will take out the necklace that she has and maybe fiddle with it a little bit since she's so distracted by the dream. But other than that, yeah, she'll try to keep as best an eye as she can being distracted.
Okay. Is there anything the two of you would like to do before we wrap up your shift?
No, Regal will keep watch. I would say he probably notices Sky pull out the necklace. Doesn't really ask her about it. Doesn't feel it's his place to ask. But just make sure he keeps an eye and the others are asleep.
Cool
Yeah.
beans.
Sounds good.
All
Quiet night.
So the remainder of the evening goes without a hitch, and the two of you have banter back and forth occasionally and start yawning and seeing the sun starting to peek its eyes out to wake the world, and you get the cue that it's time to wake up the remaining party and head the road. You have maybe about another 4 hours of travel.
I put my hood up now that it's sunlight's coming in, so that I can hide my acid green eyes from the sunlight.
When Thera's awakened, she'll take care of getting the horses back to the carriage
Okay.
and feeding them a little, little treats.
Yeah, sure. They are farm horses, old, and when they are fed, no arguments there.
They're
So,
sturdy. They
yeah.
may be older, but they're, they know what they're for.
Yep.
Snap my fingers and snuff out the fire.
Nice.
And then kind of just like crawl up the wagon, take my
Are
place.
Sitting orders the same?
Yeah, I'll be sitting in the same spot.
Okay.
Sky will get up, almost like, fully awake and everything, climb over to the pile of hay, kind of turn over, and attempt to go back to sleep for a couple hours.
Yeah, cool.
You're sitting with Adrian. Do you really think I'm gonna let you sleep?
That's
I said
true.
try. That's why I said try.
Your turn, Sky.
And
Good
you're
luck.
Let me tell you about my servant that I had that was in charge of making my bed. Now, you see, she would fold my bed in a way that I did not really like because it was the wrong angle that she did the corners. It really bothered me because I like the corners to be this way. And to try like take a
I
fabric and
start
show you the folding
to
technique.
cast prestidigitation again, and it sounds like soft music is in the air. To kind of chime in a little bit with, not so much to
Yes. There you
to
go.
overtake Adrian's speeches and stories, but more like to kind of help let it flow and almost sound like a story.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully to like kind of ease the air a little bit more soothing on the ears. Maybe put Sky to sleep. Who knows?
Yeah, she'd probably go with that.
Jody,
Where were
this...
you last night?
You were
See-
falling asleep though.
See, Jody, this is a perfect throwback to your power of storytelling session on Clubhouse with the
Very
addition-
true.
the power of adding music to a story.
Yes. Emotional context.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody give me a perception check. I already rolled for me.
No.
That would be a 17.
Okay, cool. We'll just you guys, if you haven't rolled already, don't worry about it. 17.
I got a 14, so.
14. Okay. Even with Regal, even with your dark vision being a little hindered, or your vision with daylight being hindered by daylight, you and Thera both, anybody over a 14, are consistently scanning the area, keeping it, on top of mind that safety is priority number one, and the remaining 4 hours go by,
With ease.
like a 4-hour road trip would. Bumpy, you got the loud talker, you got the quiet one, and the one that can make things smell like marshmallow farts. But you eventually get to a area that looks like what you would be looking for, and I will pull that up now.
What do you think we will be finding at this thunder tree?
Well, hopefully we find the druid.
I do believe that's the goal.
Kaleen didn't give us much information on what we'd expect. Are either of you familiar with the druid?
No. I think we're just going to have to.
His name
Look
is
for-
Rida. That is all I know. That I recall in this specific instance.
Perhaps Adrian can get the druid to show himself. Is it himself or herself?
Unknown.
Rida. Rida?
Either. I guess it doesn't matter.
Give me a history check, Adrian. Note taker. 12? Alright, so, you recall the name's actually Dendrar. Wait, no. I think you were right. Why did I have that down?
I have druid, arrow, Rida, / Oh, him. It is a him.
Yeah, it is a male.
Old
Okay.
ruin, old town, thunder tree.
Rydoth, yeah.
Perhaps.
Rydoth, yes, I'm so sorry.
Perhaps
Little
you can
tongue-tied.
convince him to show himself.
I am quite convincing.
That you are.
You are.
No arguments there. So as you're riding through beautiful scenery on the Trideward Trail, you do start approaching what looks to be, or what would feel to be, you feel like you're either there or getting there. Gradually, the trail becomes an old, overgrown lane winding between dilapidated buildings, choked in vines and brush. And ahead of you is, in the middle of the settlement, rises this as the vegetation starts growing more and it starts getting thicker, the woods and stuff like that. Sorry, ADHD, I can't tell stories. Let me die this down. You notice a where is it? Here we go. A rise, like a building amongst other scattered buildings. A steep hill upon which stands a stone tower, which is the first thing you notice, with a partially collapsed roof and an adjoining cottage. There's the dirt road hugs the base of the hill and kind of wends its way in between old stone houses, many of which, as you keep approaching, are just roofless ruins. This looks like almost like a smaller version of Phandalin in a sense, but older and obviously destroyed. But the interiors, as you approach, you can actually see interiors of some from a distance, as they're broken down pretty bad as some of them. But they have they look very open to weather. There's like moss and vines overgrown in between. The whole place kind of looks like a post-apocalyptic village, like, you know, where something, the whole thing was just destroyed, but then life, you know, started taking over again. And other buildings appear more or less intact. Some look kind of stable, and then some look just completely decrepit. But the whole place is just, fuck you, cat. Just eerily silent.
So Thera has slowed down their approach with the horses.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just kind of looking around, and then she looks up at the tower and looks around at all the buildings that have been, you know, their roofs are gone and everything's destroyed. And she kind of looks at the tower again and then makes a comment under her breath. I wonder what happened at that tower.
Give me a perception check. Cat just refuses to stop stepping all over my important stuff. Did you
Got
get
a 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 12.
She's
As
just
you're
making an observation.
Are you hopping off? Have you hopped off? Because you're close enough.
Sure.
Okay. Then yeah, you're the first to notice a sign, an old wooden sign with vines wrapped around, and you have to kind of pull away some of the vines, but it looks almost like it's painted on, and it just says in this white, bold print, like, danger, plant monsters and zombies, turn back.
Interesting. Did you have a look at this, my friends? And she's actually like, the horses are close enough that she's actually like stroking one of them on the nose. She's looking at this.
Guy will hop out of the cart and now holding her staff with her as she moves over to read the sign.
Apparently, we should beware.
Yes,
That
well,
sounds like a good idea.
Plants may be more easier to overcome than the zombies. However, on the inverse, the zombies might be easier to deal with than intellectual plants.
So, if there is a
Interesting.
druid here,
Interesting.
is he responsible for the plants and the zombies?
maybe not the zombies, but probably the plants. Don't druids have like powers connected to nature?
Yes,
think so, yes.
the plants might be sentient if the druid has had their control over it. Regardless, we should be wary.
I would prefer to leave the horses here, if that's
That-
alright.
That's fair. We do not want those horses to die. Those horses do not look very strong.
That is
Fighting
true.
capabilities. wise.
Nor do they deserve to be hurt.
Shall we tie them to the post then, at least?
Perhaps, yes.
Yeah, because if they get scared off, then we have no ride home.
That is true.
Give me a
Although we
yeah.
can walk.
Give me a survival roll real quick there, just so you can find a safe place to, or at least what you would feel safe to tie the horses to.
We'll see. Yeah. Got an 11.
All right.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you too long, but a little bit longer than you'd like to find a safe distance to keep them tied up somewhere that can still be within earshot. But
Do you need some help to tie the knots?
I think I'm okay, but if you want to lend assistance,
I can do it. You're welcome.
Oh wow! So Adrian steps in and ties some knots.
Oh
You know,
my goodness.
You know what? Yeah, for the hell of it, I want to roll. Yeah.
It's a
Okay,
12.
12. Not much better than theirs.
No,
but...
it's not much better, but like Adrian makes it sound like it's so much better.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
just astounded
So
that he
kidding.
offered to actually do something.
I imagine you're probably Adrian. He's probably like talking his way through the whole knots, explaining everything, making up
Absolutely.
names as he goes with
Yes,
what
yes.
knots
This
he's
is the
using.
twister shout, twisterology, left, right, left, up, down, twister.
Twisterology, you say?
BA select start. Yeah, gotcha.
Yes, it is a very complicated type of knot.
Cool.
I will make a note.
All right. So you guys moving forward into the ruins.
Yes.
Ruins of the Thunder Tree. Okay.
At the moment, she doesn't have her sword out because she doesn't want to look like she's there to attack the druid.
That's fine. I'm going to
But-
open up the map and put you here so our viewers at home can see. If you're checking out the foundry, you're in the top right and your pieces look super small, but that's because if you read right above you, 1 square is actually 10 feet on this map. So I just adjusted things. Anyway, tech issues, who cares? You're at the entrance of the, let's say, the northwest end of town.
So, do you guys want Thera to go first, or do you want a different order?
Yeah, what's your marching order?
I'd probably go either first or second.
I will go last.
Regal doesn't have an issue being front and center if need be.
I'm thinking that Thera might want to go first, just in case there are things that come at us, because she's she's kind of the meat shield. So, you
Fair
know,
enough. So, okay.
that's fine. She
I-
understands her role.
I shall go second.
Sky will fall behind them, and if there's any, decent plant life as they pass, maybe just one, even if it's just a flower, just take her staff and maybe just give it a tap, just to see before falling.
Okay.
I can't move my character, by the way, on
The
the map.
game paused.
Yeah, it says the game is paused.
Sorry. There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, move about as you like. Just hopefully you can move your pieces.
I say, if anything, we'll let Jody move her token around as the leader, and then we can kind of just place them.
Yeah, she's
Afterward.
not moving very quickly. She's sort of examining what she's going to, following the
course.
path, keeping an eye out.
Well, I meant to say, like, we don't all have to move one by one. I'm saying, like, Jody can, as the leader of the train, we'll say, she can move her token to explore, and then when we find a spot we want to investigate or otherwise, we can all just move our tokens and follow suit.
That
Yeah.
sounds a lot better than what I was planning. So yeah, if you want to move around and then you find a point of notice, let me. It sucks because
I just moved her forward, and, people can follow.
Yeah.
If there's anything that
So,
I'll
right
wait for
or left?
people to be there, and then I'll move again, and you can tell me if I should stop.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys want to go straight or right?
Yeah. We'll say because this is still daytime. It's actually kind of early in the day, lunch-ish. You see a small building to your right and a rather larger, almost double-sized building off ahead of you and a bit off to the left. Thera, you going ahead, as you break past the first house, you notice the trail going off to a second house further south, not far from you.
So-
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, about 30 feet in front of you, and then about 10, 15 feet to your right is the house.
I'm thinking that we explore further down first.
Down.
Is that okay?
Which direction was the tower?
Yeah.
Forward, I think.
Ooh. Adrian and Sky, give me a perception check. Wait. Yeah.
D&D.
Adrian 11. And 13. Okay, Sky, you actually hear this. Off behind you, in this general direction, right here, as you can see my finger.
Yep,
My
I
finger
see it.
points. You hear a rustling in the bushes alongside the back of this building.
Hey, I hear something over here. She'll start to slide in that direction a little bit.
I will not go in that direction, but I will stay behind Sky
Okay.
and keep an eye out in that direction.
Okay.
But I won't advance.
Yeah, Regal
I'm
and
gonna-
Thera, you did hear her say that, so which I'm
Okay, I'm gonna go in that direction
Okay.
because I don't want her to have to do this herself.
Okay.
So we're all heading in that direction.
Okay. Are you just kind of stomping forward, or are you anybody stealthing? What's the game plan?
Stealth is not her thing, so if yeah.
Yeah, Sky's gonna move up to.
Okay.
Oh, Sky's gonna move up towards the bush and just use her staff and kind of
Poke
move the
around.
bushes around, poke around. Yeah.
All right. As you poke around, you shoom, 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 shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Let me see if I can do this. There. You notice two. Let me pull this around. Two weird-looking things. They're what they call twig blights. And they are looking quite hostile at the moment.
Well, if we need to fight, we will. Mischievous
Just
little
gonna
things.
maybe slide back a bit. Just maybe they're just defensive.
At this moment, the one that closest to you is actually going to make an attack.
Nope.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
So.
All right then.
Yeah, let me find what it does. Oh, yeah, it's just gonna swing out. It looks like a mini Groot. And so it swings out these branchy, clawy type things and just swings at you. Is a 10 going to hit? No.
My AC, if I can remember where to find it. No, it does not.
Okay. Alright, then it swings and misses, and the rest of you are close enough to see this. The thing lunged from the bush, and then you see 1 and a 2 that's still kind of making its way out of the bush. But for now, let's get some initiative rolls.
An initiative.
If I can do... I don't think I'm going to do this right. Ugh. I don't remember how to start combat.
Right click on the mouse and hit the sword and shield on all the tokens involved.
Oh, that's right. There we go.
So something I learned, if I have it, I think only you can do this.
Sarah, why didn't you do your long rest? What is this?
You can actually, I think only Chris can do this as
I did do
the
a long rest.
the GM or DM on the page, but you can actually manually input the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Our long rest? What do you mean? Sorry?
No, on the initiative, sorry.
Yeah,
your health is low.
your health on Foundry is
Oh,
low. What's your I'll
okay.
fix it right now. What's your hit points?
Maximum they're 44, but like she would have.
Done.
We had a full rest.
I know.
Yeah,
I just,
Okay, never mind.
You
That's
never.
why.
Yeah, it was nobody
Yeah.
ever changed it from last
No.
time. So that's
I was making
no big
fun
deal.
of you for not having taken your long rest on your feet.
I didn't see that, and I didn't get the joke.
Yeah,
but
I
now
just
I get it.
didn't either. Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, so
so Chris, I rolled a 17.18 before the thing showed up. So unless you want me to roll again, you have the option to go into the character and actually add that number in.
yeah, You rolled an 18. Hang on, I'm just getting it done, and then I'll fix it. You rolled a. Yeah, why is that? It doesn't matter. I can move you around. So, you got 18.
I got 17.
17. I'm sorry, 17. Okay.
I can't remember what I got now.
I'm just gonna put you at top for now. Top
You
I
had
said.
16.
Who got a 16?
Sarah.
Thera
Oh.
had 16.
Okay, so there's 16.
God, 16.
All right, Sky.
8.
8. Ooh. Okay, you are going to the bottom.
Where is it?
And Twig Blight got a 15. So, what about you, Adrian? What'd you say you got?
I got 13.
13. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's in order. So, looks like it's going to be Regal starting at the top there, Twig Blight, Adrian, Twig Blight, and Sky. So
What's with the points?
It does that
It's,
instead of counting dexterity modifiers.
It's
Oh,
because
okay.
it's supposed to be universal for other TTRPGs, I guess.
Okay,
So, I don't-
interesting.
Because, like, say both people roll 17. Well, whoever has the highest dex goes first. And so by giving a point decimal thing, it
It
does
moves
it
it around.
automatically.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That makes sense.
I still need to learn.
Now you know.
But anyway, so Regal, you see as you're a little bit further than you're comfortable with being with your new friend Sky. But anyway, you do notice as she's poking her staff around in this bush, a mini Groot jumps out and says, "Yeah, like, fuck you! Get out of my house!" and you see it swipe at Sky but miss, and you see another one starting to emerge. Actually, you don't see that one. So right now you only see one, but it is your turn. So what would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to just move around Thera, just so I can get a better sight of the one that Sky's engaged with, and I'm going to use my action to cast Firebolt on it.
Ooh, okay, go for it.
That's a 22 to hit,
Oh, Jesus, okay. Yeah.
and that's max damage, 10 points of fire damage.
Ooh, okay. So how would you like to describe this?
So Regal kind of takes a couple steps around, sees the Twig Blight harassing Sky, and he's kind of like, and you see a small bolt of fire just kind of like streak across and hit the thing as it
Fire
engulfs it.
snotted it.
So you
Kind of like a fire loogie, yeah.
you loogied. I was gonna say you totes loogied the group.
It's fire snot.
Well, this poor little guy that decided to get frisky with Sky found that it was a very
Too hot for him.
short-lived life, as he only had 4 hit points
Oh,
and is
what
now
an overkill.
is now dead. Yeah. It is now still your turn, Regal.
Good question. Bonus action. I'm gonna end my turn where I am.
Okay. All right. And then let's see. That would be Thera. And then after next Twig is after Thera. Adrian, you're on deck.
Well, Thera is going to move forward
Uh-huh.
just to see what's going on.
Yep. As you move forward, you see you're just in the nick of time to catch Regal loogieing to death.
Okay.
A little twig figure that looked pretty hostile.
Which one? Is that this one?
The dead one, the one that's laying there with 0 hit points. What? Yeah.
Oh, that is this one then. Okay.
Yeah, the one closest to
Okay.
Sky.
So this one here, she's taking out her sword. I'm just gonna swing at it.
There you go. It puts
Yeah.
a little death mark. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
And I have to remember how this goes because we haven't done this in a while.
Has it been a while?
I'm just trying to figure out how. Where do I find my attacks? Like I'm just trying to.
It should be. You have a thing under your name that says
Action.
inventory, features, skills, saves, checks.
Yeah, yeah.
effects.
It would
It'd be in
if
the
using
inventory if you're using your weapon.
Oh,
Sorry.
inventory. Okay. So her great sword.
Matt had to remind me Monday.
Okay.
It's quite
Sorry, I'm
embarrassing.
just-
How do I
Okay, great
attack?
sword. There we are. Okay. So attack. Normal, right? Yes. Okay. I got a 23.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Okay. So then damage is 10, 14.
Okay. How would you like to describe this?
Basically she just her whole sword, which is probably as big as this creature, basically slams into it and it like explodes.
Yeah. Okay. So as Regal hawks a loogie and the one just lights up, Sky, you just see this and you're kind of like, oh, how could he even? And then you just see the other twig emerge from the bushes. And he's like, Billy, no! And as he's like half sentence of remorse, you just see this like uppercut, and just this thing just splits in two, and you just see immediately the whatever green bits of like life was into it immediately dissipates into like dried old wood. Just
So
the life.
So what you're saying is Regal spits fire and Thera smashes sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am
I'll
very
take it.
impressed by her woodworking.
My woodworking, yes. I whittled it down.
Noise. Let's find that other twig blight and kill him. Kill him dead. Kill the twig blight. Kill the twig blight dead. Anyway, so at the moment you guys are out of combat. So I'm going to calm the music down a little bit.
Okay.
Well, you really showed that wood.
Indeed.
Yes. Shall we continue exploring?
Please do.
By all means,
Okay.
Yes.
I gesture towards in front of me.
So, yeah, she's gonna go down here, I guess. So, moving to see what these houses are and...
Shit, I lost your token. Where'd you go?
Oh, she's in the middle there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because I have this thing. I'm sorry. Shit. Why is it not? There we go. I can see you. Okay, you're at the house.
So we're just taking a look around and, I mean, now I have my sword out. Because clearly I need to.
Should we inspect the cottage itself, or
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Maybe just poke our nose in. We don't know what else we're gonna find.
It's
That is
actually
true.
kind of cozy. It's for you, Jody, and maybe even depending on how much nature exploring, adventuring you did, Regal. But for everybody else, it wouldn't be. But definitely, Thera, you would have an appreciation for this because you've camped out in places like this. You've had to results of war have had to make these temporary homes sometimes, and the beautiful look of nature and stuff, and overgrown, just life coming back and taking over. This kind of has a serene feeling to you. It's actually a
She
large.
can feel the ground beneath her feet because, bare feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's a large tree that kind of almost just grows over this house that you're right along next to, and like it almost looks like the hut itself is like cowering the shadow, and just kind of crumbled down. Weeds are just everywhere.
She's gonna put her sword away and go to the tree and just put her hand on it.
Anything specific?
She's just kind of, I guess you'd call it like communing with nature, but like she's grounding. She's grounding.
All right. So you're an earth genasi. Is there
Yeah.
anything specific, like
I'm not sure what that allows her to do.
getting
but
a little
like,
druidy with it? Like, want to
I
speak to
guess.
trees?
Technically, I mean, I don't think she could speak to the tree, but
Hey, what's up there?
yeah.
How you doing?
But you know, maybe she can sense what's wrong with this place.
Give me a survival check.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything while she's doing that?
Sky's got to poke her nose maybe in a window in one of these buildings.
8. Never mind.
That's actually just a door, and it is currently shut.
I didn't roll very high.
She
Yeah,
won't
I
mess
see
with
that.
it right now,
You
I
got
don't
an 8.
think.
Okay. So yeah.
Which
you don't-
door is shut?
You kind of do a familiar feel to the tree. Sorry, Lynn, I'll get back to you here in a second. And almost kind of like you're kind of like asking the earth itself, like, you know, hey, what's going on, kind of thing.
What's
But
the
you-
deal here?
Hey,
Where is this druid?
why baddies?
We're not here to cause trouble.
Where, druid? No response, nothing. But yeah, Lynn, Sky, as you approach the door, it is locked.
She's not gonna mess with it. She'll just catch up with Thera as they start to move further down the path.
Okay.
I can unlock it.
Do you want to lock it? Don't know what we're gonna find in there.
Perhaps he's hiding in there. Here, let me unlock it.
Okay, so you're trying the one that Sky's at?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Yeah.
My internet is not very good.
Uh-oh.
When there's a thunderstorm right now. So.
Understood. I mean, thunderstood.
Thunderstood.
Good night, folks.
And that's all, folks.
I'll be here all this week.
Ooh. Doesn't take you more than a couple of seconds to just chick, and it's an old, beaten up,
I wink at
rusted lock.
Sky because I told you so.
After she
After you, my lady.
after Adrian winks at you, damn it, Sky. The rust from the old lock just falls off, and you can see that Adrian didn't pick it at all. Just like literally
It crumbled.
Just poked at it and it crumbled off.
You see her just kind of like trying to smile politely, but her eyes just up at
It
the
couldn't
sky.
withstand the power of your personality, Adrian.
Yeah, it was like, I'm out. I don't want that.
You open the door?
I mean, I open it, but I don't go inside. I go like, after you.
You open the door,
Nice.
and nothing. It's bare. Dirt covering some old stone that's still exposed, but for the most part, I mean, you even see like vegetation and weeds and stuff growing through as if nature's just taking this whole place over. There's not a single thing in this building.
Oh, there's one thing that I forgot, Chris, and I
Yes.
should probably remind you, and it might be unusual for everyone else to see it. She has Pass Without Trace. So it's just like this automatic thing that Earth Genasis kind of do. So even if their path is obscured, she doesn't get tripped up, and it looks like she's not even making a path.
Okay.
Oh, that's more of a sure-footed.
Yeah, well, it's I mean, it is actually it says pass without trace. I think that's what it's actually called.
Pass without trace is a spell.
No, but she has got two separate features. The
feature.
Earth Ganassi has the ability to use pass without a trace once.
Oh.
And she
you.
has like a passive thing where she can traverse stone and rocky surfaces without difficulty.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay.
So
that was I was more thinking of the second one, but yeah.
Then I would say the pass without trace thing, if you choose to use it, is
not
works
yet.
the same way as if it would if somebody casted it on you. Like,
yeah.
So just
That's
let me know
okay.
if you
I
wanna
thought
use
it was actually like a passive thing that just happened when she was.
That'd be
I was
pretty
kind
cool.
of making it like almost like a personality trait, I guess.
Why
But
not?
but it's fine. If it's something she has to cast, then I'll wait to use it.
Just let me know when you want to use it.
Yep.
I don't think it's. Yeah, we can homebrew.
Well, because pass without trace, she could actually cast so that all of us wouldn't make a trail, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna hold off on that.
Okay. Cool. Just let me know when you
Okay.
can use it. Yeah. So Adrian, you poking your head in, completely empty. There's sunlight beaming in through the cracks where the exposed roof is. Nothing. Moving
Sky
on.
will just poke her nose in too, since Adrian was waving us in. She's like, don't think that's necessary. And just,
Yeah, and leave the door swung open.
Onwards we go then.
There's another house on the other side, right?
Yeah, you're standing with.
I'm
your back
standing near
towards it.
one, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, your
If I
face
go over here.
Yep. Okay. Same situation. Boarded up. Actually, this one isn't locked, but it's when you go to push, you feel like it's
No, it gives away.
Yeah, it doesn't push, so you know that it's like boarded probably from the other side. So it would take some effort to get it open.
Do we want to make the effort, or would we rather go somewhere else?
I mean, probably not gonna find the druid there, so up to you.
That is true. Perhaps we should just continue on our way. I'm thinking, Thera would like to see what's around. Like, oops, okay, it attempted to move through a wall. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I never assigned the actual walls to it.
That's okay. Okay, so she wants to go down here
Okay.
just to see what's around.
Give me a perception check. What are you looking for?
Sure.
Anything specific?
The druid?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me a perception roll. Anybody helping out, or what are you guys doing?
I'd
Oh
probably
my
like to
goodness.
wait.
I got a
You're-
7. I can't roll above a 10.
Yeah, you don't find anything except for
Yeah.
just overgrown weeds and trees and bushes.
Well,
and stuff.
other than the fact that she's basically, announcing their presence, so.
That too. Yeah.
Should we investigate every single location?
I don't know
pose.
where the druid is going to be, so.
Perhaps it is best course of action to go to the tower first, because that seems like a more important place. A bigger place, anyways. If I was a druid hiding out here, why would I take the small, ugly houses when I can take something much nicer and more comfortable to be in?
This is a druid, though. They would prefer outside to inside, wouldn't they?
Well, there's lots of dangerous things evidently out here, so makes
That
sense
is
to have
true.
height to hide.
DM, what does this building look like? Like,
Which
if
one?
this whole the one we're standing in front of, if let's say this whole city, these ruins are all an old city, if that's what I understood it as, what does this particular building look like?
Give me 1 second as I pull it up. So the area that you're looking at right now, the one with the across
one-
from the one that you just poked your head into,
Yeah,
that is
like what would you
So-
say it was, or what it looked like formerly, if it hasn't deteriorated deteriorated.
If you were to ballpark like what this place looked like at a time, it looks like a stone mill type of village. There's the tower that you noticed coming up on the hill. That was when you were there. It would have been probably about 100 yards straight for it if you would have gone straight. The rest of the buildings are all pretty much one-story buildings. You haven't seen anything bigger than that. As far as what it would have looked like before this, like I said, it's all older than what Phandalin has to gander your eyes on. So this is like all stone structures.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know, there's some stucco, some windowsills, and some plants and stuff. You know, it's very 1945s.
So should we be backing up?
Coming back. The real estate's prime.
Should we be backing up?
Um,
I'm asking the others.
Oh.
If you want to go back, there was a fork in the road there.
Tell you what,
Yes.
Jody, what's your passive perception?
Her passive
Oh, yeah.
perception?
If it's more than a 10, you would...
I think
Yeah,
it's
it's more
12
than a
year
10.
passive.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, not far from you, right here specifically, in this area, you hear a ruffling noise in the, it's an actual, we're going to say that's a tree.
Okay.
Above you, you hear some ruffling in the trees. And, yeah, it's yours to do with what you will.
Well, she's taking out her sword because she doesn't want to be attacked and not have her sword in her hand. But she looks up.
Okay. Yeah. You can't see anything specific, but you hear the rustling. Like I say, I don't know my vocabulary, but you hear it again, and you
Yeah.
can see something moved in the tree.
She's just gonna call out, "We do not mean you any harm. We are looking for the druid."
Give me a persuasion check.
I don't know what I'm talking to, so we'll see. Persuasion, you said? Okay. Oh my goodness. I rolled a 4. I am having really, really bad luck with these. Okay.
Same here. Same here.
4's not gonna cut
No.
it. So it just kind of, you don't see anything, but you get the idea that something is there, and probably something familiar to the area. What is everybody else doing before we jump into whatever happens here?
Maybe Adrian could persuade them. Adrian, what do you think?
Thera, is it plants or zombies?
Sorry?
Is it plants or zombies?
I don't know. I'm not seeing anything. I'm hearing things.
Thera, you would immediately get the idea. It's probably the same thing you ran into because it's up
More
in a
twig
tree.
blights? Yeah,
probably.
more twig blights, I think.
I would recommend backing up.
She'll
see,
back up.
See what they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll
Anybody
back
else? Sky, Adrian.
I'm just
Sound
gonna
like-
start yelling out, Rida, Rida, Rido. Just trying to say his name in as many ways as I can pronounce it.
I believe it's Radoth.
Let's see.
Rida, Rida.
How loud are you yelling?
Fairly loud.
Okay. You.
Here,
For
zombie,
a
zombie,
moment-
zombie, zombie.
Yeah. For a moment, you don't hear anything, and then immediately you start hearing rustling and scratching and a bunch of scattering from all directions. Well, not all directions, but we'll just say coming from this area, inside, around this area, and yeah, let me do this, because this is just really easier. This comes out, and yeah, definitely going to Matt. Pokes its head out. You hear another one. I'm gonna I'm just gonna say it jumped down from the roof. And you see this guy jump down sky, if that's where you want your token. The one lands right next to you.
Okay.
Another comes around the corner here. Another one around here. Another pokes his head out here.
Oh my god, with the music too.
Yeah. And another behind this gentleman here. 3 of them lined up. Now, because it is just about 10 o'clock, I am going to have everybody roll for initiative. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just pause it right there to see what everybody decides to do next week. Maybe combat can be spared. But it is definitely...
And maybe I'll roll something above a 10.
Yeah.
I'm happy to wait for next week.
Refresh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a good spot to end, is give you guys the opportunity to figure out what you want to do next week.
And
Okay.
we are surrounded.
Yep.
Ah, shit.
I mean, they're
But
4
right
hit
up
points.
there, too.
I don't think we have too much trouble, but at the same time,
Depends on
Maybe
how
they'll deserve
initiative
it.
goes, too. Anyway.
Da-da-da.
So yeah, thanks to all our lovely players here for coming by and hanging out, and thank you all for watching. Don't forget, we got merch alert. Got them bucket stickers, and oh, there it goes. Boom. And what else? Just bunch of stuff that I always forget. We got our sponsor Foundry, that our informal sponsor. Anyway, Lynn killed it with that. So, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we got, let's see, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday is our next, well, not our next session. Actually, this coming Thursday is our next session for us here with A New Horizon. And then the following week is double back-to-back. We got Monday, guys.
Monday, August 2nd.
Yep, August 2nd. Jeez, it feels like forever away.
I know.
The Guys of Untamed Beasts. Yep, we'll be back, and then we'll, you'll see us again that week too. Man, I'm horrible at this. So, thank you. Be good to each other. Be awesome, and beat hate with love.
bye.
Bye.